The Midwest Sim Racing Association Truck Series heads to the paperclip for the penultimate round of the season. 2 spots remain at the season finale at Phoenix, and 6 drivers are tasked with the close quarters of the virtual Martinsville Speedway. 400 U-turns are coming to you live at PitStop TV. Welcome and thank you for tuning in and joining us for tonight's action here in the virtual Martinsville, Virginia. Jacob Zala and Zach Lindgren are alongside me this evening, and we're ready for the Midwest Sim Racing Association Truck Series drivers to take to the 0.526 mile flat oval. And Jacob, there's not a lot of space around this place, but take us for a little tour around.
Martinsville Speedway is the shortest short track on the NASCAR schedule, actually, with 12 degrees of banking in turns 1, 2, and 12 degrees of banking in turns 3 and 4, all adding up to a 0.526 mile paper clip Martinsville. It is a short, tight track. We're going to see a lot of fenders banging. We're going to see bumper to bumper racing. All the short track racing that you come to love will be shown here tonight at the Martinsville Speedway.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, again, the transitions into corners, I think, are one of the marquee things about this great short track. Of course, the straightaways mostly pavement, but you get into those corners and about 2 lanes there on the bottom side on the throughout the entire length of the corner is concrete. And again, that changes the way the car responds, especially those corner exits. There's going to be low traction zones on a track where you're looking for a whole ton of forward bite out of those, again, very, very tight 180-degree corners down very short straightaways to get, any sort of overtakes done. You got to really be careful on that throttle. I know in these trucks it's going to be a little bit easier than as opposed to other vehicles around this track, but still, it is a calculated type of track, and only the most focused, I think the most locked-in drivers will do their best efforts here tonight. Speaking about locked in, well, let's take a look at the standings and see, of course, Chris Noble with his 2 wins at Las Vegas and then Talladega, clearly locked into the next round at Phoenix, of course, the championship finale, and he will be competing for a championship in 1 week's time. At the same time, Alan Dobbs, there is essentially no mathematical way, since he is here tonight, that he will fall out of the championship 4 unless he incurs some sort of point penalty. Alan Dobbs will be locked in to the championship 4 at Phoenix Raceway next Thursday night. I forgot what day we're on. Next Thursday night. By the way, speaking about Phoenix, that update came out today and it looks gorgeous. Of course, it looks like the the current version of Phoenix that the NASCAR schedule uses, and of course what was adapted for the IndyCar series that unfortunately didn't take it to Phoenix after all those gorgeous renovations to the Phoenix Raceway. But Jacob, we look at these points and there's 6 drivers that aren't locked in going to those 8 spots. Ella Collins, John Binder, Matt Knight, they got a little work to do, but right there, Matt Dyer, Gifford, and Waldrop, it's really tight there, 9 points.
Yeah, and we've seen what Chuck Waldrop can do at Bristol. We saw what he did at Bristol, to lock himself into the round of 8. I believe it was getting Greg Newsom, beating him. So these guys out there are doing really well so far, and I think one of these guys might be able to sneak in if John Gifford, or Matt Dyer have a bad night. And then we go back and we look at 9th and 10th, who are drivers who aren't necessarily locked into the playoffs at all. They're actually not locked in.
They're eliminated.
Make it in. They're eliminated. Greg Newsom and Bill Dolph. And then after that, Richard Clement in 11th, Rick Webb in 12th, Robert Anderson 13th, Justin Carey 14th with his win, Michael Sestini in 15th, Hex Valentine in 16th, Corey Hassler in 17th, Dustin Smith in 18th, Kyle Payne in 19th, and rounding out the top 20, Sean Giroux.
Okay, so that's a look at the point standings here into this penultimate round on the season here, of course, at the virtual Martinsville Speedway. Gorgeous track, nearly a stadium-like feel without the the hole there in the back straightaway and the seating. But these trucks, they are practicing around this very, very fast and tight, just over half-mile short track. We're getting ready for all the action to kick off here at PitStop TV from the virtual Martinsville Speedway, the Midwest Sim Racing Association Truck Series presented by VFW, the MK Dollar Due Dash 200 from Martinsville. Coverage of the race to qualify, all that good stuff on the far side of this break. Don't you go anywhere.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Sound art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Welcome, race fans, back to the MK Designs Dollar Due Dash 200 from the Martinsville Speedway, and we're here for a great night, the penultimate race of the Midwest Sim Racing Association Truck Series presented by VFW Season. Final 2 minutes left here in practice. Want to give again a shout out to all of our partners here at PitStop TV, VAT of Tucson Sound Art. Your picture, your music. You provide the image that you want, and we will custom create a beautifully framed, high-quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker. With Sound Art, you get the best of both worlds. Visit TucsonSoundArt.com for additional info, and use promo code PitStop TV at checkout and receive 10% off of your purchase. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy. With locations in Auburn, Lewiston, Naples, and Saco, Maine, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine owner Ashley Bullier is a certified micropigmentation specialist who provides professional, safe, and personalized services. You can contact Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine at permanentmakeupinmaine.com, or you can call or text them at 207-358-8683. Whiplash Media specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. The official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV, and you can grab your iBroadcast cameras today at www.pitstoptv.com. And of course, a huge shout out to BAM Racing Videos by RaceFan for the racing community. You can check out all of his high quality short track racing content on their Facebook page there, BAM Racing Videos. And Jacob here into the final 30 seconds of practice before we get things kicked off here for tonight's MK Designs Dollar Redo Dash 200 at the Martinsville Speedway, the penultimate round of the season. Chris Noble, Alan Dobbs, they're in. You saw 6 drivers trying to figure out those final 2 spots. What are you thinking heading into tonight's 200 lap affair and then qualifying at that?
Yeah, these guys are going to be looking for any spot they can gain tonight. The guys who are outside of the cut, they're going to be looking for any spot they can gain tonight. Alan Dobbs is virtually locked in, 68 points plus. But there's still other spots for these drivers that can gain. They can gain a spot on Gifford, or I believe John Binder is in 4th. So they can gain spots on those guys. And we'll have to see. It's going to be an interesting race tonight, for sure.
Absolutely. And well, the timer ticks over here. And that means we are loading up into qualifying for tonight's MK Designs Dollar Redo Dash 200 at Martinsville. And I will get confirmation here in a second. But I believe that with that race sponsor tonight, there's a cash prize, $20 redues, or Australian dollars, go to the race winner for tonight. So here we go. Qualifying has begun and drivers are taken to the track. Let's go ahead and look at one of the drivers who is mathematically locking himself into the championship tonight. Alan Dobbs starts his first time lap, already getting up out of turn 2 here down the back straightaway. He's got to nail 3 and 4 a little early. It looks like he's going to give up his first lap in hoping for his second lap to be the fastest. Sean Giroux goes top of the charts.
Yeah, Sean Giroux goes top of the charts, but there's not a lot of drivers who qualify. Alan Dobbs has a 19.9, which beats Sean Giroux for the moment, but Alan Dobbs now looking to set his faster of the 2 laps coming this time.
3 a little sloppy there at the center, but Alan Dobbs comes. Oh, did he catch the wall there? Alan Dobbs, his lap will not count, but Zenla Collins will go top of the charts. Robert Anderson slaps it up there in second. Huge news for Alan Dobbs, though he's more than likely locked in. Still huge to see one of the championship contenders in trouble in the second to last race of the season.
Yeah, and you know what? That lap time he ran would have put him on the pole. So it just goes to show that, you can have a great lap, but you just can't make mistakes. And Alan Dobbs made one mistake, and he's not on the pole. He's in 3rd right now. And we'll have to see if John Gifford can maybe get the pole here. And it looks like John Gifford will get the pole.
How about that from John Gifford? One of the other drivers on that cut, like Chris Noble, puts it up into the second position, Matt Dyer now begins his first timed lap as he works his way through turn 2, getting up to speed down the back.
Yeah, and Matt Dyer has been really fast this season. He's in excuse Matt Dyer. I don't think I said Matt Dyer, who was in the top 4. He's in the top 4 right now, so he's just got to be able to get his positions and he's got to get the finishes that he needs here tonight.
You know what'll help out with that is putting it up in second, right ahead of John Binder. Dyer's still a little slidey into 3. It looks like he is all good. He'll collect and pack up. Justin Carey now trying to get his number 21 machine rolling here. Justin Carey, we saw what kind of fight he put in against the playoff drivers at Bristol, and the battle he had with Chuck Waldrop. And well, now we look at Justin Carey. He's going way up high in 1. I think he is really preserving his stuff. And you know what? What I'm trying to realize here, Jacob, I don't think we have a Chuck Waldrop.
Yeah, I'm going down the list here. It doesn't look like we have a Chuck Waldrop. So if that's the case, unfortunately, he's not going to make it, and he's out of the playoffs. And he did really well at Bristol, and to see it come down to him not being able to make it tonight just really hurts.
Yeah, I feel really bad at that because, he's put on some amazing performances this season at Bristol and then backs it up with Las Vegas and was really putting together a nice little playoff run here. Justin Carey will put it 7th quickest out of 10 times. We'll catch up with Matt Knight now getting up to speed here in his number 11 machine.
Yeah, and Matt Knight not in the playoffs, but still looking to win some of his own money. Hey, he's out there. Maybe he can win some of his own money tonight.
That's right. If he wins, he doesn't have to pay anybody out, right? But Matt Knight will put it 6th quickest through his first lap. Here comes his second.
Let's see what he does here. He's going to go straight to the bottom. Looks like all these drivers are using their faster lap on their second lap as Matt Knight goes through. Out of turn 4, Matt Knight will be...
That could improve him up to 5th.
Yeah, he went 5th quickest there, so a good lap for Matt Knight. Although nobody topping John Gifford right now. John Gifford is your pole sitter for the moment.
Yeah, John Gifford's put himself up there in a decent little position here to kind of seek himself the best route possible into that championship 4 at Phoenix. And, well, you know what? It looks like nobody else is going to take to the track, so this is going to give us a moment here to check those standings one more time. And let's look at them. Of course, Matt Dyer starts 2nd. He is there, that 3rd driver in this playoff standings, who first driver not locked in. He's 9 above the cut line, and look who's right beside him in the point standings. And at the moment, it looks like we'll be beside him on the start, John Gifford. They're both 9 above the cut line, and they make up row number 1. Chuck Waldrop, a driver who's not in tonight's field at the moment. He may be trying to make a last-second entry here. If he doesn't, he will more than likely not make it. Matt Knight needs an amazing and outstanding run tonight from himself to maybe beat out Dyer or Gifford for one of those championship 4 spots. And John Binder up there in 3rd, in starting position there in 6th. Zenla Collins and there at 8th. He's up in 6th. He's also going to need a miracle and a half, I think, to get himself into that championship 4. With that being said, the lineup has been set. Qualifying is ticked over. Let's go through our starting lineup. And row number 1, it'll be the 82 of John Gifford, of course, the driver who sat 4th in the playoff standings, 9 points above the cut line. Matt Dyer there in 2nd, same as Gifford, just seated 3rd. Row number 2, it's John Binder, who is 20 out of the cut line, needing a great run today in 3rd. Chris Noble to his outside. He's locked into Phoenix, starting 4th. Row number 3 will be the 11 of Matt Knight, the 29 of Zenla Collins. A couple of drivers here who are way outside the cut line, need some miracles to fall their way. Row number 4, it'll be Robert Anderson and Justin Carey, a couple of non-playoff drivers here, starting 7th and 8th. And in row number 5, it'll be the 22 of Alan Dobbs, who's locked into Phoenix, and the 88 of Sean Giroux.
And in row number 6, you'll find the 4 of Richard Comlett and the league owner in 12th, Jacob Shorba. Row number 7, you'll find Ryan Strunk and Corey Hassler. In row number 8, you'll find Rick Webb and Greg Newsom. And rounding out the field in row number 9, you will find Bill Dolph and Michael Sestini.
And yeah, that is going to wrap up the grid here. 18 drivers taking to the track, and we're waiting the pace car to roll off here, and we still don't see a Chuck Waldrop. Again, huge implications there for the playoff standings. While we're looking at it, let's take a look at the weather. How about that air temp? 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 73 degrees the track temp. A little cool here up in Virginia at this time of year. The winds 8, nearly 9 miles per hour out of the north. Cool track conditions could make for an intriguing race, Jacob.
Yeah, these tires get slick up here and get a little loose, so these colder track temperatures could make it a little harder for these truck drivers here tonight in the MSRA series. So we'll see what these guys have and put in their trucks tonight to help the grip.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, we're here, of course, for the penultimate round of the Midwest Sim Racing Association Truck Series, presented by VFW here at the virtual Martinsville Speedway in virtual Ridgeway, Virginia. The MK Designs Dollar Redo Dash 200 at Martinsville Speedway. We are now less than a pace lap away from kicking things off. Again, John Gifford, Matt Dyer, John Bender, Chris Noble, 4 playoff drivers, 5 and 6, Matt Knight and Zenla Collins, 6 playoff drivers there, all with different agendas across the top 6. It's going to be very intriguing to see as the iRacing.com pace vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane. The field in the hands of John Gifford on the inside of row number 1, and we are racing from the paperclip. A lap complete, a half-second advantage for the two of Matt Dyer. It's the side-by-side battle going on for the 4th position. Matt Knight finds himself up on Chris Noble in the turn 3.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened to John Gifford on the start there, but it looks like Matt Dyer was able to get out in front, use that outside lane, get around John Gifford, and take the lead.
And well, you know, I think it's all about that inside lane. And you know, you've raced here a little bit. These trucks at VAT, I know it's a little bit easier on the traction, but it's still not easy at VAT. The concrete coming out of these corners makes it very hard to just punch the throttle as the green lights come out there. And you see Matt Dyer, John Gifford were trading fastest laps last lap. This lap, it's just Matt Dyer. Gifford does not get fastest lap that time around. We're on board with John Gifford as he tries to close in on Matt Dyer, and Matt Dyer gained about 3/10 last lap. Gifford had I mean, not a slow lap, but not a good lap either. That time by, it looks like they're about even on lap times.
Yeah, and there's a truck in the back. Chris Noble caught out on the Speedway. Corey Hassler.
Corey Hassler has gone round, and something amiss for the 25. He started from the pit lane. I'd imagine wasn't too confident in himself here at Martinsville, and unfortunately he's going to add to that. Let's going to go ahead and get the replay here and see what happened to Corey Hassler in the 25. There's Corey Hassler. Here he comes into turn 1, all by himself. Oh no.
Yeah, it looks like he just got loose off the corner. He popped the wall. Hit the wall a little bit after
right
on the
there.
front yeah, he did it again there. He hit it on the front straightaway coming into the corner. So, and then he got it again. He just got loose off the corner and then got it again.
Let's see here. Again, here is Corey Hassler trying to get on board here. There's a little too much gas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little too much throttle, and that you know, at a short track like Martinsville, could just send the truck around.
Yeah, absolutely. And at that, pace car has come out, picked up Matt Dyer, the race leader. Now we're working our caution period here at Martinsville, and these cautions a little short, but we'll try to, you know, see what we can do here. The lights already out on the safety vehicle. The lights are out on the safety vehicle already, so we're already getting ready for a restart. Are we going to have a single file restart here? What's going on?
It doesn't look like we're having a single file restart. No, it just looks like race control has pushed the pace lap up one, so now it is 1 to green instead of 2 to green. As it
So a simple 1-car spin will, you know, get that car back going. The iRacing.com safety vehicle back in the pit lane, and well, we're already getting back to racing here. Matt Dyer, the race leader, green flag, and he's sideways getting to the throttle.
Yeah, he just jumped on the throttle quickly, and these tires are still cold. They haven't ran that many laps on the tires, so Matt Dyer doing that, and yeah, he's in the loop now.
Oh, Matt Knight way up the track. A driver needing a good run, in trouble now. Matt Knight all the way from 3rd falls down to about 6th. And trying not to minimize the damage. He's already gotten some damage on the right rear there. Matt Knight trying to play some damage control here in the 11.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, he just got up the track, and, you know, that outside lane doesn't work. Martinsville is a 1-lane track, so that outside lane definitely didn't work, and Matt Knight just slipped up the track, and, you know, he lost a couple spots.
Unfortunate circumstance for Matt Knight. And looks like we have Richard Clement up out of the groove there in the Ford truck. Looks like there is some right front damage there. Looks like he'll be able to keep going. Actually, I don't know. That right front looks pretty beat up, and he's struggling.
Yeah, you know, usually at short tracks, damage doesn't matter too much, but the amount of damage that we saw there from Richard Clement looks like that's going to hurt his night for sure.
Matt Dyer exits a little low there out of turn 2. You see the advantage Gifford gains down the back straightaway, but Dyer just drives it deeper into the corner. I think Gifford, he likes to back off earlier, roll to center a little bit. And how about the battle for 3rd? Here comes Dobbs on John Binder. side by side around the outside. Bender trying to hold on to it, but Dobbs will just power his way by on the inside, trying to clear. And the 3 Bender gives his fight, but to no avail.
Well, you know, look at that. Alan Dobbs, he started 9th, already up to 3rd. He's got a fast truck here tonight in Martinsville, and he is showing it right now. If he isn't mathematically locked in, he will be if he wins this race, which he pretty much is mathematically locked in, but if he wins this race, that'll push it even more. Caution is out on the Speedway, as I say.
Caution on the Speedway. Justin Carey's looped it on the back straightaway, and that truck looks hurt. Yeah, grab a replay here and see what happened to the 21 who's still trying to do a several point turn on the back, and he'll just tow. And I think that might have been the right call here. We'll see. Oh my goodness. We'll see what happened here. So he is racing the 47 of Robert Anderson here into turn 1 through turn 2. Carey gets clear just very late on the exit of the corner. Bams the inside wall. Sean Giroux nowhere to go. Sestini nowhere to go. Big hits.
Oh man. Yeah, I think he got too. I don't know. I don't know if it was too early or too late on the throttle.
Yeah, you know that would be I guess another thing to investigate, because he spun really late. Maybe the truck had already loaded back up off the corner. I mean, we'll see here. I mean, just so late off the corner. Bap, and nowhere for Giroux to go. Just man.
Yeah, unfortunate for Sean Giroux. You know, he was trying to do everything he could tonight to keep that truck clean, and that didn't help.
It really didn't. Working now the second caution period of the day. Matt Dyer, the leader, over Gifford. Dobbs has worked his way up to 3rd. And we got a minute here. I want to see if we can, and it looks like we should be able to. Just real quick, want to bring on up the driver who I think locked himself into the championship for by just starting tonight, Alan Dobbs. Alan, not too great starting spot, but already up into that 3rd position. Talk about getting up here.
Well, having a couple of restarts helped. We had our teammate in the lead there, so got to pick up a position when he counted down the restart for us. Might get it here again. We'll see. But yeah, it's just trying to be patient here. Had a little netco with Matt and I feel really bad about that. On my screen, I wasn't nowhere near him, but that happens sometimes.
Right, and I mean, there's still a lot of race to go here. You're already up in the 3rd. Again, you got Matt Dyer, John Gifford, a couple drivers ahead of you. You may be potentially competing with next Thursday night at Phoenix for a championship. But how do you plan to get yourself out in front, get yourself to that race lead here before stage 1 and the rest of the race?
It's not going to be easy. Either somebody's going to have to really lose their tires, or mess up, wash up the track in the center of the corner or something, because it's really hard to get around somebody if they hit their marks.
Right on, Alan. Well, y'all are getting ready to come back to the restart here. We'll leave you to it.
All right, thank you.
Driver of the number 22, Alan Dobbs, and again, another driver locking himself into the championship finale at Phoenix next Thursday night. And here we go. VIRacing.com safety vehicle will find it safety in the pit lane once again. Matt Dyer on the high side will lead us to the green here at Martinsville. A near second advantage already for Matt Dyer. John Gifford now in the clutches of Alan Dobbs. Again, the winningest driver on the season there in that number 22 Chevrolet Silverado, working all over, and caution on the Speedway again. Massive pile up on the back straightaway.
Yeah, I was just about to say there was an incident between John Gifford and the 33 that almost caused an incident, but now we do have an incident. Looks like Bill Dolph was in it, Robert Anderson, and I couldn't see who the 3rd car was there.
Several trucks involved, and we're gonna try to decipher what happened here. We're looking at Bill Dolph here, but this may happen in front of Bill Dolph. Oh my goodness, Anderson and Collins are all right into the back of the 49 or the 29 there, and it's Bill Dolph, Anderson collecting the 23. Several trucks involved, about 5 or 6 trucks involved in that incident there.
Wow, that's a Martinsville wreck if I've ever seen one. To be honest with you.
And just a lot of nowhere to go for a bunch of these drivers. Let's ride on board with the 06 of Bill Dolph. Just net-coded contact, by the way, between himself and Robert Anderson, and just right back into the traffic on the outside lane. Nowhere for Clement to go. My goodness.
And it looks like whoever Bill Dolph got in the back of there, I couldn't quite see the name on the truck. It definitely didn't help his position there, because then it slowed him down and it got that neck contact from Robert Anderson.
Yeah, so Zenla Collins was the driver that Bill Dolph got into right there. And then you'll see Bill Dolph and Anderson come up the track, make a little bit of contact, and then just nowhere to go for Newsome or I think Hassler made it through. Okay, he stopped in time, but nowhere for Giroux to go. My goodness.
Yeah, and I mean, Bill Dolph was just not running for any playoff implications, but trying to see if maybe he could get some of that $20 from the MK Dollery Dash 200 here tonight, and unfortunately that probably will end his night here as he's already 1 lap down.
Yeah, several trucks on the pit lane. We can take a look at it here. Richard Clement, severe damage repairs. Sean Giroux in his second incident of the night. No, severe damage repairs. Greg Newsome in the pit lane with severe damage repairs. Justin Carey has called it a night. Just wow. A lot of damaged race trucks. We're only 26 laps in. We still have the stages coming up. Of course, the stage cautions will be coming out at the completion of lap 50 and lap 100 there, and we'll have to see how many people we have left by the time we get to those cautions. The lights are out on top of the safety vehicle here. We're gonna go double wide again. This time Matt Dyer elects the inside lane.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, Matt Dyer's been doing really well on the inside or outside lane, so now he's going to pick the inside lane. We'll see where he goes with that lane. I guess it's to get Alan Dobbs behind him, because those two are in the same channel, so I guess that's going to get Alan Dobbs behind him, maybe get clear, help Alan Dobbs get clear John Gifford.
You'll see damaged vehicles trying to catch up to the back of the field here. VIRacing.com, safety vehicle back into the safety pit lane. Matt Dyer now from the inside lane lead us back to the green here at Martinsville. Way up the track there was the 53 of Chris Noble. He'll carry on, but he fell all the way back to 06, and he's going around on the back straightaway, but he'll catch it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what a save from Chris Noble there, as Matt Knight's going to go all the way up the track, and he almost hit the wall, got close, but Matt Knight got a little messed up from that spin, as we see Robert Anderson, I believe that is, down the pit lane.
Yeah, that truck, it is not helping. He's back on the pit lane. Trying to see if we can continue on. Back up front, Alan Dobbs up there to second. Already preying on the back bumper of Matt Dyer.
Yeah, these two are in the same channel again, so I assume that call from Matt Dyer was to get Alan Dobbs in front of John Gifford. So what a move by them to use the advantage that they had in the Discord to get those two 1-2 right now, both in car number 2s.
Yeah, Matt Dyer, again, the driver. I mean, he's in the top 4 coming into tonight's race, but I think he's the driver who needs to have a much better run anyway. Kind of have a little top 5 breakaway here because of Chris Noble and his incident, or near incident, I guess, with Matt Knight. Jacob Shorba has now made his way into the top 5, and he's looking at the tailgate of the 33 of John Binder for 4th.
Yeah, John Binder doing really well right behind his teammate of John Gifford. So the two Johns up there. But Jacob Shorba has been really fast tonight, so he's going to try and make a move here on John Gifford at some point. I mean, it's going to be hard to make a move, so he's going to have to do something out of his zone of what he wants to do.
Here to ride on board here with Jacob Shorba again. The tail end of the top 5 train here, just kind of watching the happenings happen here and trying to even get inside their bender a little higher up on the corner exit there out of turn 4 than I think he'd like. And you know what? Maybe he's taking that intentionally. And caution on the Speedway.
Yeah, I was about to say, there is a caution on the Speedway again, and it looks like it is Matt Knight. Oh, man.
The presenting sponsor of tonight's event, MK Designs, of course, Matt Knight Designs. Presenting tonight's race, the MK Designs Dollar Redo 2-200, and we'll catch up here and see what happened to the 11 of Matt Knight.
I think Matt Knight, it looks like he's probably, just loose off the corner, just loops it off the corner.
Nowhere for Hassler to go.
Contact, yeah. Hassler had nowhere to go, and unfortunately, that's sometimes a situation that happens at Martinsville. It's such a short track. There's not really plenty of places to go when somebody's spinning like that.
I mean, there's not... One, there's not really space, but two, there's not really any chance to react because things happen so quickly here. And we're right on board with Corey Hassler, just so you can see just the kind of time that he did have to try to avoid this incident. Here he is already coming through 4, and there he is spinning, just nowhere to go.
Yeah, he had no time to react, so fortunate for him, that's going to get some damage on the truck for him, so.
Well, just because of the nature of the racetrack, we still have yet to see pit stops amongst the drivers in the top 10. There's 4 sets of tires available to these drivers tonight, but I'd imagine we're just not going to see tires being used, and maybe the stage cautions. But at that, we haven't really ran many laps under green for tires to really, I guess, be used tonight. And this kind of puts us in the position we are here.
Yeah, these guys have been running their limits tonight, and we've seen a couple of spins, but I mean, you kind of expect that at Martinsville with it being this short of a track. Some people are going to go bumper to bumper, and some things aren't just going to line up. But other than that, this front racing has been good between Alan Dobbs, Matt Dyer, John Gifford, John Binder, and Jacob Shorba. Those guys have been doing really well here tonight to put on a show for the MK Dollar Redo -200.
Well, let's go ahead and see if we can talk to one of the drivers who was inside the cut line coming into tonight's race and followed that up with a great qualifying tonight. John, sure I have the right John in here. John Gifford. Well, you're up here in the 82 truck, and of course, starting on pole, that always helps when you're in a situation where you need to have a good run tonight. But up here in the top 3, how is the truck feeling?
It's not quite as good as I wanted it to be, but we'll fix it under the stage break when we go in for tires.
Right on. It's been a hard-fought battle up here with against Matt Dyer and Alan Dobbs tonight. What is your game plan to stay toe-to-toe with these drivers and see if you can get back up there?
I'm just gonna ride it out and let the race play out on its own.
Right on. Well, John, y'all are coming back to the restart here. We're gonna leave you to it. Just luck, driver. Driver of the number 82, John Gifford there, lighting up on the inside of row number 2. And now, VIRacing.com safety vehicle in the safety pit lane. We are back to racing from Martinsville. The teammates have figured it out at the front of the field. Dyer, Dobbs, the top 2, Gifford, Van Bender, Van Shorba. The top 5, Noble trying to see if he can keep his Number 53 planted and under control up there within the top 5. Noble and looking up to league owner here, driver number 30 Chorba, and trying to see if he can improve into the top 5 there in that FSM Customs number 53 Chevrolet Silverado. Down the back straightaway here to turn 3. He's kind of just maintaining that gap, and the stage coming up here. Any chance of these drivers gaining some last minute positions before the stage break at lap 50?
Yeah, they need to do everything they can right now. If you don't have any stage points, if you don't have, you have everything. If you're not in the playoffs right now, if you're out and you need stage points, this is your chance to do it right here. So these guys are looking for every spot imaginable.
Now, I don't imagine Noble needs stage points per se, since he's locked into the next round, but at that, you know, still wants to improve his position, try to see if he can sweep the round into tonight's race. And the driver who's had a little bit of a struggle tonight, the 11 of Matt Knight, currently duking it out with that's the 75 Michael Sestini, and he needs every point he can here. Matt Knight does. He needs some miracles to happen. Near contact there in the 1, Sestini up the track. This is for 8th.
Yeah, Matt Knight needs a lot of help. He's 20 points back of the cut line, so it's pretty much a win and you're in. But if he can do something here, get some stage points, it may not be a win and you're in.
Yeah, he's nearing a must-win situation at that. We continue on here, coming around to 3 laps to go in stage 1, and Alan Dobbs is not looking to put too much pressure on teammate Matt Dyer, I don't imagine. There's a slow truck here in the middle of the racetrack. This could hurt. That is the 4 of Richard Clement. That could potentially affect this battle here. If Alan Dobbs was looking to find a way around Dyer, that was his chance. 2 laps to go. Slow truck up off the racing line. Richard Clement gets overtaken by the lead pack, and a little scary, a little sketchy times there.
Yeah, it was definitely sketchy. These especially with the left truck being up there, but they made it through clean and they're good. And at the end of the stage break, it'll be Matt Dyer, Alan Dobbs, John Gifford, John Binder, Jacob Shorba rounding out your top 5.
We still got one more lap to go. We'll see here on the final lap, but at that, it looks like most of the stage has been sorted out at that, and they will come around and, well, in that order that you said, a lap short there. Chris Noble comes home 6th there. Corey Hassler bringing up 7. It's Matt Knight with his entourage there. Actually, he lost his entourage. Matt Knight, Nave Sestini 9th, and then Zenla Collins at top 10. Caution should be coming out there, and there it is. The always trustworthy Brandon Davis on the yellow.
Yeah, and that was some great racing between Alan Dobbs and Matt Dyer there. Those two, I mean, obviously, it didn't look like Alan Dobbs is going to pass Matt Dyer because, again, Matt Dyer does need those points, those stage points, to better himself into the playoffs, into the Final Four. So these drivers are going to come down pit road now, and like John Gifford said, it looks like he's going to fix up his machine. So we'll see if his fixtures get him better at the end of the night.
Well, here comes the field, led down the pit lane by the 2 of Matt Dyer. He's got Dobbs right behind, and we'll see if Dobbs is going to find his way around Dyer here. Now, you got to think Dyer has the better pit stall location, but Dobbs has to pit before that curve there. That could be something to note here. Into the box is Dyer, and right on the money. Gifford in his first pit box. Jacking up the right sides here. Tires going on the cars.
Yeah, and I think you caught it just right, Emerson, with these guys just taking tires at the stage break. I think that's what's going to happen here because, again, these guys just went 50 laps on their first set of tires, so I think you were definitely right on the ball there with that assumption.
Some drivers taking the time to get some damage repairs. The 11 of Matt Knight, one of those drivers, staying out to get those stage points he can, and now trying to stay on the lead lap. There's the safety vehicle. Is he gonna beat the pace car off the pit lane? He should be able to. Oh man, we'll see if he can. If the penalty, if he gets a penalty from that.
Yeah, I don't know if he did or not. That's gonna be close. I mean, man, that was a really close race between him and the pace car there.
Like that. Want to quickly bring on up driver of the number 2, Matt Dyer, who has been leading since the first lap. Didn't get the pole, but you got the lead really quickly on that initial start from John Gifford. What happened there, and how's it been since?
Yeah, it seems like he kind of maxed out maybe his second or third gear, and I was just able to, to pull in front of him. But, the car's been good. I was struggling a little bit there at the end of stage 1, but hopefully, just with the minor adjustments we made, we can, just keep it up there in the front. But, overall, it's a good day.
Now, I know Alan Dobbs has been hot on your tailgate since a couple cautions ago. It looks like you two are kind of steadily working your way through the laps. You're kind of working with each other on the starts. But any, I guess, added pressure with Dobbs right behind you, knowing that, he just doesn't have a win in this round. He'd like to get that, or are you just more focused on what's ahead of you?
I mean, my main goal is just trying to just stay up towards the front. I know as long as I keep close to Gifford, I can make it in the next round. So that's really just my goal, to get enough points to make it to the championship 4.
Right on. Well, Matt, y'all are coming to the restart here. We'll leave you to it. Best luck to you in stage 2 and the rest of the race, driver.
Thank you.
And that was the 2 of Matt Dyer, and the field into the hands of that 2 truck on the outside. We are back to racing from Martinsville. How about Jacob Shore by the battle for the lead? Dobbs will fly right on by Matt Dyer.
Man, Alec Dobbs got the good run off the corner, and he got around that number 2 truck, and now he has the lead, and he's going to take some of these points away that Matt Dyer needs.
Right, you heard Matt Dyer there in the interview. He just needs to stay near John Gifford, and he should be okay. But at that, a win would help. Going from a short track to a short track, when you talk about championship ramifications here, Zenlin Collins working on Corey Hassler here for the 6th position. Hassler will clear into that position. And I was gonna talk about how well of a job Jacob Shorba was doing, but real quick, I want to see this pass for the lead once again. Alan Dobbs made on teammate Matt Dyer. We'll get it all set up here. Here it is through turn 4. Dyer just a little high on the exit out of 4. Dobbs went side by side, and I'm sure he just sent it on in there. Dyer kind of, gave him the lane. They cleared, and then Shorba was trying to battle it out with John Gifford, and that sorted itself out in, I guess, opposing fashion there. Shorba got the better on the outside.
Yeah, but it looks like there's a caution on the Speedway now, Emerson. So on lap 61 now, we are back under yellow.
We do have another caution on the speed. We're going to go ahead and get a replay and see what had happened here to bring out the most recent stoppage of the action. Looks like we didn't quite get it there. We'll try to get it one more time here. And this might be back here with Matt Knight trying to work his way through the field. We'll see here, still working under green flag conditions. I'm not really sure what goes on here. That brings out there.
The wall, Michael Sestini, I think that was.
It was Sestini. Good eye there. We'll see what happened to Michael Sestini here, and uh-oh, this may not be a solo incident. Just looking here, we saw Chris Noble being very aggressive on the restart here to start stage number 2. And here we go into turn 1. I don't know if Noble does have a play in this. No, Sestini just overdrives the entry to the corner, loops it around, up the track, catches the wall, and he drives back down the racing line. I guess nobody was coming by, but question move at that.
Yeah, it was very lucky. He got very lucky that no one was coming by. Again, if somebody came by right there, they're gonna get smack right into him, and fortunately, he's gonna end somebody's night. But lucky enough for him, there was no driver there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give a shout out to our partners here at PitStop TV. That, of course, Tucson Sound Art, your picture, your music. Use promo code PitStop TV at checkout for 10% off of your wall-mounted sound art device today. We're also presented by Permanent Makeup and Cryo Maine. You deserve the best care that money can buy. Whiplash Media, the official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV, and of course, BAM Racing Videos by a race fan for the racing community. And well, for the first time today, Matt Dyer. Matt Dyer is not the leader on this restart. It is Alan Dobbs, the race leader. We'll go ahead and take a look at race info through this point of the race. 6 caution, 27 laps, and well, 1 lead change. There it was.
Yeah, Alan Dobbs did really well on that restart to get that lead. I mean, he passed him on the inside, and Matt Dyer just was stuck. I guess he just let him go, but what a pass from Alan Dobbs to get that lead, and now take those points away again from Matt Dyer.
Yeah, it was intriguing at that. Thought Dobbs, maybe play it nice at least, through the first couple stages, and then go at it with Matt Dyer. But he went right at it on the stage 2 restart, and now VIRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane, the field, in the hands of Alan Dobbs, who likes the inside lane, and we are back to racing from the paperclip. Oh, we got a truck spinning in the back. That is Corey Hassler going around, caution on the Speedway once again.
Yeah, and it looked like Corey Hassler just got a little loose off turn 2, and probably got into the throttle a little bit, and he just went around.
For the second time today, Corey Hassler will bring out the stoppage in the action here at Martinsville. Now this time he was running up there inside the top 6. Got up to 5th. Actually got clear of John Gifford into the corner. Went way up the track entering the corner, and this stuff spins in front of the field. Very unfortunate, but it's the second time he's done it today.
Yeah, he just looped it again, and unfortunately, those are the circumstances here at Martinsville on fairly new tires. I mean, they've ran a couple laps on these tires, but still, they're a little new, a little cold. So I think Corey Hassler still wasn't expecting those colder tires, and it just went around.
Well, this caution period will give us the opportunity to talk to another driver who's out there on the track, mixing it up with some of these front runners, but a driver not necessarily in the playoff driver of the number 30, Jacob Shorba, coming down here to run some laps with the Truck Boys. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
We're rocking out here, and see, you started 12th, and you're all the way up into the 3rd position. At that, I know there's been a lot of restarts to kind of aid in that process, but it's no easy feat to work through the field at Martinsville. How'd you do it?
Oh, it's definitely restarts. I am not the 3rd fastest guy here. I know that for a fact right now. And so I think if we get a long green flag run, I'll probably fall back a little bit. I've got 2 teammates behind me that are in the playoffs, a lot more hungry than I am at the moment. So, yeah, restarts got me up here, and just good fortune.
Avad, I know you say you don't feel like you are the 3rd fastest truck, but you're up here. You get to see Dyer and Dobbs going toe-to-toe. What's it going to take for you to maybe improve 2 more spots?
Probably for them to make a mistake or really good restarts. I could get lucky and get another spot on a restart, but, once you get to 1st, the leader gets to determine when they go. So, no, I got to be a better driver if I want to pass these guys.
Well, Jacob, put the league owner's cap on for a moment. You're kind of seeing this race having its toll, catching the yellow bug so far, but up here it looks like it's pretty decent. What do you make of the race so far?
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of cautions, but I'm not too concerned because it's Martinsville. This is kind of what we expect, and for myself, I'm just trying to get ready for the Cup race on Saturday, running this and National. So, you know, it's all right, but, I mean, there's good racing up here. We just need a green flag run.
Right on. Well, we are coming back to the restart here. Jacob, I'm going to leave you to it. Good luck, driver.
Thank you.
Driver of the number 30, Jacob Shorba, and the field in the hands of Alan Dobbs on the inside. We are back to racing from Martinsville. We had a truck way up the track in the back of the field. I want to say that was the 23 of Greg Newsome, and I believe it was. Continue on up front, though. It's Alan Dobbs, the race leader. He's got a 7/10 of a second advantage over Jacob Shorba. He's got himself up to second. You heard him on the interview. You know, he said he could probably gain another spot on the restart. And at that, we'll see what he can do. But Shorba up to second, certainly showing that he may have something to say here.
Yeah, he was very confident in himself that he's not one of the fastest drivers here, but he's put himself into second. So I think he's fast. He just doesn't believe he's fast. So doing a really nice job out there.
We continue on and we look to the battle that we've kind of been watching all day. It's just kind of dropped in positions. Dyer and Gifford have been nose to tail most of the day. Noble there in 5th and Binder in 6th. But at that and around goes Matt Dyer right in front of John Gifford.
And the caution will be out for that incident. So Matt Dyer in dire need of points. And unfortunately, he just got looped around.
Very unfortunate there. Matt Dyer got caught out there. We'll gotta grab a replay here and see what happened, but I think he just kind of overdrove the entry to corner. We saw a little bit of that live, but we'll catch it here. This is Matt Dyer in the 2 truck right in front of the 82 of John Gifford. Dyer was again up in 3rd into the corner. It just loops it around right in front of Gifford. And does that give a spot up? That might have given the spot up to Chris Noble there. I think the caution made it come out and Gifford makes the hold the spot. Looks like it looks like Noble was able to get the spot.
Yes, Noble did get the spot there. So it's Alan Dobbs, Jacob Shorba, Chris Noble, John Gifford, and John Binder, your top 5. Man. John Binder loses a spot, but Matt Dyer just looped it and is back in 12th. So, playoff implications getting crazy here on lap 79.
Right on. And there's a driver who doesn't necessarily have to worry about all those playoff implications just because of the amazing start to the round he's had. Driver of the number 53, Chris Noble. And Chris, it's been a pretty up and down day for you. Been as low as 9th today, but you've been hovering around, this top 5 most of that day. We saw you get loose out of turn 2, but how's the truck feeling for the most part?
The truck's actually running pretty good. Just a tick loose from center exit. So just really can't get the power down. So hopefully we can make a little bit more changes and get a little bit more drive off the corner.
Right on. Do you think you have anything to say to Alan Dobbs, Jacob Shorba up in front of you here before too long here, maybe before the end of the second stage?
I hope so. If not, just be close enough to get them looking in the rearview mirror at least.
Right on, and I'll ask you now, kind of middle of the race. I know, once again, Martinsville and Phoenix. Well, I'm getting all the short tracks here. Martinsville and Phoenix, 2 different tracks, but what are you kind of learning this week that you can take with you into next Thursday's race?
I think the most important thing is patience and trying to keep your car clean and avoid all the wrecks.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, working under the caution here, lap 81 200. We'll give you a chance here to shout out. Here we get a shout out. Thank you for getting you up here into the top 5.
Yeah, I'd like to thank FSM Customs, Strunk PC, Ryan Strunk for the crew cheat this week. and my beautiful wife, because we just got married in the off season or the last week.
How about it? Well, congratulations to you in all that, and of course, best luck to you next Thursday night in the championship race as well. Chris Noble, driver number 53, and best luck to you the rest of tonight.
Appreciate it.
Driver of the number 53, Chris Noble. You heard it there. A lot going on for this man, and at that, he's up here with a great chance to maybe even get a third win in a row. VIRacing.com safety tool will find it safety in the pit lane. It is Alan Dobbs and league owner Jacob Shorba in the front row, and we are green flag once again from Martinsville. About the stuff Jacob Shorba's pulled off to stay out in front of Chris Noble there in the 53. He'll get cleared up to second, and we'll kind of have to ride here as we start 16 laps to go here in stage number 2.
Yeah, he said, we heard what he said in his interview, and again, very unconfident in himself, but doing a really good job pulling off these drivers. Chris Noble is looking, he doesn't need the spot on Jacob Shorba, but he wants the spot just for bragging rights at this point. He wants to go out there and get a win at this point just for bragging rights, to say that he sweeped the rounds here tonight.
You think back to, I believe it was 2015 with Joey Logano, who swept the round of 8, was it? Or the round of 12 at that. That's always a great feeling to sweep around, of course. It'd be greater if it carries over into the next week at the championship race, but at that, Noble's just up here trying to piece together some great runs, and if you can get 3 straight podiums in 3 weeks, I think there's going to be a lot of momentum for him in a not too bad case to say why not him next Thursday night.
Yeah, and we were talking all the way throughout our MSRA adventure on PitStop TV about Alan Dobbs being the fastest driver, and as we've seen coming down into these playoffs, Chris Noble has really turned it up a notch, and Alan Dobbs has not only been dropped to second in points because of Chris Noble's wins, but he's not even locked in on a win. He's locked in just on points. So Chris Noble doing a really fantastic job here throughout this last round to maybe steal a playoff. As I say that, don't let me talk too much.
Oh man, Chris Noble, he'll lose a couple spots there, but he'll keep it in the top 5. You heard him talk about the truck being a tad bit loose and hoping to make some adjustments on it. You saw it there, a tad bit loose, lost him a couple spots there. He holds on to it beautifully, but unfortunately it does lose out spots there.
Oh, and Corey Hassler goes around again. That's a caution.
Oh, goodness. Well, we're nearing double-digit cautions tonight, and Corey Hassler is going to account for now a third of those cautions. And we'll see what happened on this replay to see what brought out the most recent caution. But he looked a little loose coming out of turn 4. I'd imagine it was the same deal coming into turn 1. It's going to be the same song, third verse for the 25.
Yeah, I believe so. Let's see here. He's going to get into the corner. Yep. Just loops right around.
He just outbroke himself into turn 1.
Yeah. He was trying to get the position from Matt Knight and put too much on the brake, and it just looped.
That's unfortunate. I don't mean to be rude or anything by that, but I mean, at a point, something's got to change. That's a lot of yellow. We'll take a look at the race info here. I mean, and 9 cautions. He literally has accounted for a third of the cautions in this race, and the caution laps tonight are nearing halfway. At that, it's not a good look on the series, and I think we're just kind of shore up some of these races here, or this race here, you know, right before the championship race. It's just not a good look.
Yeah, well, you say that, but then you think it is also Martinsville.
It is a tough track.
It's a tough track for a lot of these drivers. So, you know, to have 9 cautions out here in Martinsville, it's just a little shrug off. You know, it happens. Martinsville is a very tough track, very short track, not a lot of room. So, I don't look at it in a bad way.
I get that. I'm more on you know, several solo spins bringing out cautions. I know I believe most of these cautions are iRacing controlled at that, but I know series that call cautions for two vehicle incidents, or or if a vehicle sitting on in the middle of the racetrack. I think that would definitely warrant a yellow. But I mean, this is just so much breaking up the race, not letting the race play out. And it's just similar things happening at a point where 95 laps into the race, we're going to have to learn at some point how to drive this track.
Yeah, and I can agree there. At some point there's got to be give and take, but these drivers just, they're trying their best. And at this point, I mean, Corey Hassler's had those 3 moments. Maybe, he's going to start to learn from this. Hopefully he starts to learn from this. And, he gets better of himself, and he keeps it clean from now on.
Absolutely, and I'm not saying like he should park it or anything like that. I'm just saying, I think it's better for the series in general, for the race to go on and not be interrupted by this many yellows. But at that, we're getting ready to go here for a very few lap shootout here to the end of stage number 2. It should be a 4-lap shootout when we go green. Alan Dobbs has got Jacob Schwarber to his inside this time. Should be intriguing. Row 2 is Gifford, and then Chris Noble up to the outside. He's made his way back up to 4th. iRacing.com safety vehicle back into the safety pit lane. 4 laps to go in stage number 2. We are green once again from the paperclip. And spinning in the middle of the field, several trucks around. Oh no, oh no.
Man. I don't know where this started, but
I believe this might have been Matt Dyer going around in the middle of the field. We'll get a replay here and see what happened. Oh no. We'll get to see it all unfold here up top of the racetrack. Here to turn 1. Oh, he gets ran over this time, but Bill Dahl gets in the back there, Corey Hassler, and a multi-truck incident happens as a result.
Well, Corey, we tried, but at least I don't know.
I mean, I'm not gonna fault him if he gets ran over
this time, but. Man, the 25 has been the center of the action tonight.
Nearly half of the cautions tonight, yes. Here in the turn 1, Bill Dolph, I just don't know. He just drove through him like he wasn't even there. And then Hassler just, he was spinning in the middle of the field, nowhere for anyone to go. That's not Hassler's fault. And looks like there's been some pit stops here.
I'm pretty sure this is going to end the stage here, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm going to wait for confirmation, because drivers like Alan Dobbs have pitted. I don't think John Binder, Corey Hassler, Matt Dyer have pitted. No, they pitted 7 laps ago. This is intriguing. So we're going to wait for race control to confirm what is going on here with the stage. I'd imagine this does end the stage, and yeah, that caution will end the stage. And Alan Dobbs is the stage winner. Chris Noble 2nd, Jacob Schwarber 3rd, John Gifford 4th, Matt Knight 5th, Michael Sestini 6th, Sean Binder 7th, Bill Dolph 8th, Corey Hassler 9th, and Zenla Collins. No, I'm sorry, Matt Dyer will round out the top 10. And real quick, I guess we'll bring back up driver of the number 22, Alan Dobbs, getting the stage victory there for stage number 2. It's been a wild one at that. Alan, I know you'd like to get some green flag racing, but how are all of these cautions impacting your race?
Well, it's keeping my body temperature low. I'm not sweating, so I mean, I guess I'll take that as a win. If we ran green flag the whole time, I'd be drenched. So
fair enough. This place is tough to navigate, no doubt. And we kind of interviewed you earlier, so we're getting ready to go back to green here. But real quick, we'll give you the floor, the chance here to shout out who we got to shout out.
Yeah, thanks to you know, all the guys at Thinline Racing, American Rejects Motorsports, MK Designs, all the guys, league admins, and you guys for the broadcast. Appreciate it.
Right on. Well, Alan, best luck to you in the third stage, and also importantly next week at Phoenix.
Thank you.
Driver of the number 22, Alan Dobbs. It's going to be John Binder, the race leader, as we go back to green here from Martinsville. John Binder, Corey Hassler, the front row. This could get intriguing. 3 wide in the heart of the field. Hassler drives it deep into turn 1. He's going to go 7 lanes up the racetrack. He'll try to rejoin the field on the corner exit here. He'll be side by side. 3 wide with Gifford. He pops the wall there into turn 3.
Yeah, and Alan Dobbs was having a very interesting battle with the league owner. He almost kind of got into the league owner there. That's intriguing to see. You know, battling with the league owner a little bit there.
Yeah, at the same time, you know, it is just another vehicle out there on the racetrack. You gotta race them the same, why don't you? Sure, but trying to drive it down in there to the inside of John Gifford, and Gifford sideways out of turn 4. He'll hold on to it.
Yeah, now Shorba's going to look to the inside of Gifford. Gifford's going to go to the top side. Gifford not going to be able to get it. Jacob Shorba takes back 4th place from John Gifford and looking to get 3rd from Matt Dyer.
Simultaneously, Alan Dobbs took away 2nd from Matt Dyer at the same corner that Shorba got 4th from John Gifford. John Binder has a 2nd advantage out in front of the field, and this will be intriguing because it's, oh, car spinning in the back. It's Matt Knight.
Oh man, and the MK Designs MK $200 driver sponsor Matt Knight around there. I guess he got looped and loose again. I don't know. Maybe he got loose again.
Yeah, it is starting to look like this is. I mean, a lot of drivers are doing this. In Matt Knight's defense, I guess his rear end is all sorts of messed up. And that doesn't help. Oh my goodness, big contact there between himself and Zenla Collins. Matt Knight just loops it in entry at turn 1 in front of the field.
Yeah, I wonder if there's something on the track there in turn 1 and 2. Because it seems like all of the spins, the self-spins have been in 1 and 2.
Yeah, I guess. I don't quite know what's going on. It'd be something I guess to ask all the drivers after the race. But Matt Knight, I mean, you heard the truck just really bogged down there through turn 1, and that's one of those things where you can slow down too much too quickly, and it's almost like a wheel hop at a road course. You know, gain your truck all the way down into those low RPMs, and it just kind of bogs down. And there's still a lot of speed. The rear tires start chattering, and the truck doesn't really know what to do, and it kind of freaks out on you.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for Matt Knight. You know, he was running really well early on, and there's still a lot of laps left in this thing, though, so I don't say it's unfortunate quite yet. But he's still on the lead lap. There's still a lot of laps left in this thing.
Well, I want to bring up the current race leader, who has pulled off some great strategy, got up to a 2nd advantage there at one point before that caution flag. John Binder, how you doing, man?
I'll be doing better if that caution didn't happen.
I'd imagine you'd be along those lines. But John, the strategy there to pit on the caution before the stage break, why was that appetizing to you?
Well, getting stage points at this point is going to get me into the show, so it's a win or get in. So I can't do what everybody else does. Can't see, monkey do to win. Got to try everything else and go out there and take it.
Fair enough. This is your shot at a Hail Mary to make it into that Championship 4 race. At that, I know a negligible difference because you have 6 lap fresher or older tires than your competition, but most of those laps are under caution. How do you feel you'll measure up here against the likes of Alan Dobbs, Matt Dyer, Shorba, and the like?
I gotta find a little speed or there and make my truck real wide for 90 laps here.
But it'll be intriguing to see how this all plays out and how you're able to do that. Of course, we'll be closely watching. John, before we let you go here, we'll give you the chance to shout out who we got to shout out. Thank you for putting you in this position.
Well, I think Great Lakes, George Graphics, you know, all the work to put the paint scheme on the truck and get the setup ready to go, but time to get off here and go.
Yes, sir. Best luck to your driver. Hopefully we're talking to you on the far side. Driver of the number 33, John Bender. And you heard it there. This is his Hail Mary to make it in to the championship 4. VIRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety in the pit lane. 88 laps to see who will make the championship 4. We're racing once again from the paperclip. Side by side for the race lead. Bender trying to fight hard on the inside. Dobbs around the outside. Still going at it side by side. Bender fighting for his season as Dobbs slides way up the track. Bender gets cleared for the moment. Nearly 3 wide down the back. Gifford trying to take the spot away from Shorba. Shorba drives it in hard into turn 3.
Yeah, now we're going to see some really close battling as we get closer to the end of the race here, and it's going to be side by side for John Gifford and Jacob Shorba. Shorba goes up the track. Gifford looking to take the spot away. Gifford will have it. He will slot in P4 right behind Matt Dyer.
Everybody very lined up nose to tail here on the restart. This is Noble now trying to get around Shorba. Up front, Alan Dobbs has looked back up to the rear end here of the 33 of John Bender. Here it is. Bender trying to make his truck, his tailgate, as wide as possible for the next 84 laps.
Yeah, that's all he's got to do. He's got to make his bumper everything.
Oh!
There's a caution on the Speedway.
Caution on the Speedway. I don't know if this helps or hurts him, but Greg Newsom, his truck may be hurt. Big side, that 23 truck damaged on the front straightaway.
Yeah, now Dobbs is looking to send it in there. John Bender's lucky we got the caution because he might have been the one getting looped there.
And we'll see here. We'll catch the replay and see what happened to the 23 of Greg Newsom. Into turn 3, he's got Sestini behind him, but off of turn 4, I'd imagine. That's another solo spin. The theme of tonight's race has been single car spin cycles tonight. Greg Newsom, the latest to join the hot new trend.
Yeah, yes, he is. He just got into the gas too early out of 4 there, and you know, he joins the club.
Well, here we go, working the caution period here, and trying to rejoin the field here. This is John Bender of a race lead.
Yeah, John Bender doing really well out there tonight. You know, he made that track position up by doing a pit stop 7 laps later into the run. 7 laps earlier than the guys that pitted behind him, Alan Dobbs. So he got that lead from that, and he's been able to keep it for now. But Alan Dobbs has been on a run late with those fresher tires, but those cautions just keep coming out. Enter lap 120 here tonight. Alan Dobbs. The top 5 is John Bender, Alan Dobbs, Matt Dyer, John Gifford, Jacob Shorba. These guys are battling for their livelihoods right now and their playoffs, except for John Bender. John Bender is out. Alan Dobbs, Matt Dyer, John Gifford, they're still racing their way, and Alan Dobbs is mathematically locked in with those 68 points over the cut. Matt Dyer has, I believe, 20 points, or 9 points over the cut, sorry. So he's pretty close, and John Gifford also has 9. So interesting battles to see here throughout the night, and guys, you want to keep your eyes on.
Yeah, absolutely. You look toward again the driver like John Binder. He needs to win. The only way he makes it into that championship is winning, and he's got himself in this position. It's gonna be hard. I mean, it is gonna be tough to try to not find himself facing the wrong way here off the nose of Alan Dobbs, and we'll have to see what happens here as we're doubling up here for a restart. Jacob again eloquently describing all the scenarios we have at stake here amongst the playoff drivers. And you have to look at drivers like Shorba there in 5th, Noble again who's locked into that championship 4 and 6, and of course Dobbs in 2nd as well. Hassler, Sestini 7th and 8th. They're going to be trying to to impact this race with their own liking, trying to see what they can do and try to get themselves some great results before season's end. But here we go. VIRacing.com CTV will find its safety in the pit lane. And we are back to racing from the paperclip. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Oh, contact with the leaders! Alan Dobbs, Sean Binder sideways! He's gonna collect Dyer! Bigger contact with Alan Dobbs! Around goes the 82 of Gifford, collected by the 47 of Robert Anderson! A track blockage in turn 2.
And these guys are racing really hard right now, and you see it. Those playoff implications, they mean everything. Alan Dobbs has damage. Sean Gifford now has damage. Matt Dyer has damage. Playoff implications are getting insane here at Martinsville.
We'll go all the way back to the restart. We'll see it all unfold as John Binder fighting for his season on the inside. He has to win this race, and he goes at it here. The green flag comes out. This is Binder and Dobbs who duke it out over the course of a lap, and it all goes wrong next time by the start-finish line.
Yeah, they were side by side there, and it looks like there's no side by side here. Binder's gonna be able to get that position.
Oh, he tried to clear up.
Tried to clear up, and he wasn't.
And then the truck is off balance into the corner, contacted there with Dyer, Dobbs. Gifford went around, I'd imagine out of reaction. Matt Knight, Robert Anderson, several trucks damaged in this incident. I want to try to get another view of it. You'll see here with the overhead, you'll see there, he thought it was clear, he wasn't. Dyer sent it down to the inside. We'll try to see what happened. Gifford got hit by Hassler there, and he went around, collects the 23 of Newsom, the 47 of Anderson. Oh my goodness, everybody has to start to try to avoid what's going on in turn 1, and unfortunately John Gifford, that might be his season right there.
Yeah, for John Gifford and both John Binder, that could be.
I meant Binder. My apologies. Gifford still has quite a fighting chance.
Gifford has a fighting chance here, but Binder, yeah, that might end his night. But you know who this looks good for now? Matt Knight and Jacob Shorba. Jacob Shorba's not in the playoffs, but he's in 2nd place right now. He doesn't think he's faster than Matt Dyer, but we've already seen it that he is faster than Matt Dyer.
Well, he's been able to get around Matt Dyer on a restart, absolutely. And at that, a lot of the fast competition now has a lot of damage to their trucks. And I know Martinsville is not the most aerodynamic track or the aero-sensitive track where aerodynamics is going to come into play here and decide who's going to win this race. But at that, a clean truck, I'm sure, will feel better than a damaged lump trying to wrestle that around for another 70 laps or so. And at that, Matt Dyer, he's led a lot of laps today, but he's been passed by Jacob Shorb. You got to look at Chris Noble, who wants to sweep the round. Corey Hassler, he's had his fair bit of action tonight, involved in several incidents tonight, but at that, he's still alive and up here. Who knows what he'll do to get to the front.
Yeah, and Corey Hassler, again, has had a lot of spins tonight. Sitting P4. So Corey Hassler's truck is fast. He can get it done. He just needs to stop self-spinning, which he hasn't done so far, so kudos to him. But, alright, let's see. Let's take it back to Emerson, back to the restart.
Well, here we go. The iRacing.com safety vehicle into the pit lane, and we'll give it another crack at it, boys. Back to racing. It is Dyer, Shorba, the front row, green flag once again. Matt Dyer leads, Jacob Shorba, Chris Noble, Corey Hassler, and Michael Sestini now inserts himself into the top 5 as we now have 70 laps to go in the MK Designs Dollar Redo Dash 200 at Martinsville. Matt Dyer trying to hold off here. Shorba and Noble, caution on the Speedway again. It is Greg Newsom going around here. Looks like he had some help.
That truck for Greg Newsom is beat up. He's gotten a lot of damage over the course of this one.
And we'll get a replay here and we'll see what happened to Greg Newsom. And this one, this may not be a solo spin, which I still don't quite know how to make of it, but here we go. Now you see Dobbs and Gifford trying to fight their way through the field. This could be part of the cause here. Drivers desperate to work their way forward. And 3 wide, a little bit of net-coded contact between Dobbs and Newsom just, I mean, he's along for the ride.
Yeah, and Matt Dobbs getting damaged there, and he's looking to get back in the field and got into Greg Newsom there.
Try to see here from the onboard of Alan Dobbs and see just how close the contact really was. 22 of Dobbs, you see all over the tailgate there to turn 3. Tried to take it to the inside, just the slightest bit of contact. I mean, it was net-coded contact at that, but still.
Yeah, and unfortunately, netcode is also an issue of a lot of the problems, and sadly for Greg Newsom, that happened to him. Netcode is a big factor in some of these wrecks a lot of the times here on iRacing.
Yeah, absolutely. At that, it's... Man, it's just a tough race at that. These drivers, they've been through a lot. Let's look at it. I mean, it's been 14 caution flags tonight. There's 65 laps, 6 lead changes. Matt Dyer, the latest of those lead changes by virtue of a lot of happenings, and that's where we're at here. Now with 65 laps to go, this time by the start-finish line, we'll restart somewhere in the range of 63 or 62 laps to go. I don't quite know how many laps we're actually going to get green in this race. And what I mean by that is a lot of these spots are going to be changed up on the restarts. And I don't think we're going to have a clear idea on what's going to happen here, because I mean we've seen Matt Dyer have his own mistakes as well. He's going to be at the front of the field, so we still don't have any clear idea what's going to happen here. I can only imagine there's still going to be unfortunately a lot more chaos to come.
Yeah, and especially with the laps shortening down, chaos is only immense here with the laps coming down here in Martinsville.
Want to give a shout out to our partners here at PitStop TV. Those of Tucson Sound are your picture, your music. Use promo code PitStop TV at checkout for 10% off of your wall-mounted sound art device today. Of course, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine. You deserve the best care that money can buy. You can contact them at permanentmakeup.inmaine.com. Whiplash Media, the official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV. You can grab your iBroadcast cameras today at www.pitstoptv.com. And of course, BAM Racing Videos by a race fan for the racing community. You can check them out on Facebook for all the high-quality short-track racing content. And here we are once again. Dyer, Shorba, Noble, Hassler, Sestini, Webb, Dobbs, Binder, Dolph, Newsom, the top 10. And getting ready to let them rip once again. This time by will be 63 laps to go to decide who will be the championship for next Thursday night at Phoenix Raceway, at the newly renovated Phoenix Raceway here on the iRacing Service. The space vehicles in the safety pit lane. Dyer leads us back to the green. Jacob Shorba still holding his own up here in the second position behind Matt Dyer. And Dyer, he's been dying to get back up to this top spot with clean air and not have to worry about, who's the next driver to spin in front of him. And near contact there between Sestini and Binder and Dobbs. Dobbs trying to power his way through the field, and that nose may be part of the reason he gets through this field at that.
Yeah, and Alan Dobbs is going to be known for using his nose up. Again, it's Martinsville, it's hard to pass, so Alan Dobbs is trying to make every decision he can. So he's going to have to use that nose. Unfortunately, for some of these other drivers, they're not going to like it, but that's just Martinsville, baby.
At the same time, if you're Alan Dobbs, the last thing you want to be carrying with you into the championship race is a lot of mad drivers in that same field you're going to be in at another short track. That could become very intriguing next Thursday night. And we'll have to see if any of that carries over, if these drivers are just going to let him have at it, since he is a playoff contender at that. But now Dobbs, he returns to the spot where he was before he ended up back here, right behind the 33 of John Binder. We'll see if they'll be able to make do with a clean battle this time for the 5th position.
Yeah, and Binder is been on a bender here. We'll go ahead and throw that one out there. He's doing really well. He's gotten his way back up to 5th place. Even after getting spun by Alan Dobbs, he's able to manage what happened to him and is able to get back up to the field. And
it is Greg Newsom again, another one of these drivers who has unfortunately increased the caution count several times tonight. Greg Newsom, the latest driver to make another solo spin off of turn 2, but this time I think he was helped with again, but I think the point will still stand, and he actually makes contact there with I believe the 3 of Webb there getting into the corner, and then that I think maybe there may be more to this story.
Yes, that did not look like a self-spin, I tell you that much.
It's be intriguing to try to go back and see what all happened here, and we'll get it here. This is a lap prior. This is Newsom trying to find his way past Rick Webb. How does the pass happen? Oh! A little bit of net-coated contact there. The 1 off the corner. Webb gets sideways. I don't think Webb liked that.
Nope,
A bit of contact there in the 3.
And you know what's going to happen? He's going to send him right around. Yeah, Webb definitely did not like the way he was raced by Newsom.
Yeah, I can see that. Just what we needed to add on to it. A frustrating day. This, let's be honest, this series has had is we need tempers to boil over here, and I mean we've spent nearly half the event under the caution flag. I think we're on we're gonna complete our 69th lap under caution, and we've ran about 77 under green. Yep, working our 70th lap now, 77 under green. I'd say 15 cautions tonight, and I know we're not done, but I think that's just gonna add to it. Man, oh man, this is tough. And you know what? I think we're gonna step aside and take a quick little break here. We'll be back with the rest of the action from the paperclip here on the far side.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of 2 products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Green flag back in the air from Martinsville. We're racing once again from the paperclip. Jacob Shorba is the race leader now. Matt Dyer has fallen to third.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe it's that older tires, because again, I think he still has 7 lap older tires than these guys. Again, they haven't had to pit very much.
Around is Corey Hassler. And here we go. He got hit big time. Rick Webb goes around as well. Oh no, guys. Got to replay and see what all happened. Corey Hassler, I think, was also helped in this one. We will see. This is the lap prior. Corey Hassler in front of John Binder into turn 1. And off of turn 2, it's the same story. But in 3, we'll see. Does Binder get a little closer? Hassler kind of misses the bottom and just gets on the throttle a little too soon. Right in front of Binder. Spins right back. Oh my goodness. It was a big hit for Rick Webb. Kind of a jackknife of the wheel there from the 25 of Hassler.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the night for Corey Hassler. It's just been a rough night for that number 25 truck, and he's doing everything he can. I don't know. I don't know if the setup's feeling good for him right now. It's just not what he wants it to be, and he keeps getting around.
Well, what hurts even more is, I guess I kind of understand that argument if this was you fix setup, but this is an open setup. He literally had the choice on what to run here. I don't know. It's not just him. I know Newsom's had his fair share of trouble tonight, and the rest of the field has had their own share of troubles. I mean, I know those two will account for half of them, but there's still another half of cautions to divvy up. And I mean, we're here, under 50 laps to go. Shorba's gotten the race lead. We're going to try to go back to that race there and see what happened, how Jacob Shorba got the race lead out of it. I'll try to go back to it here. How do we get it here? Get the replay here and go back and see. Down. Here we go. Here's the restart. Dyer was up top, I believe, and he just didn't get a start.
I think Shorba had. Shorba was the leader from that last caution, if I'm not mistaken.
I guess I must have missed that.
Well, I mean, yeah, he was there, I guess. I don't know. I think he got the lead from the last caution, so.
Fair enough.
He's doing really well tonight.
Yeah, I didn't quite believe the whole, I don't feel I'm as good as this. I was like, there's a reason why you're up here at that. Somebody's got to drive the car up there, and, well, he's up here. And now we're looking at, what are we at, 45, 44 laps to go this side by the line. We'll go green about 43 laps to go. And, I mean, who knows what's going to happen. But you heard Shorba say in his interview, the leader dictates the start. And very much so, if he's the leader, he'll be able to kind of dictate when he wants to go. Chris Noble, of course, was outside, the winningest driver of the round with 2 wins already on the season. But Binder's not too far. Binder's still up here. Binder still needs to win this race and make the championship 4. And he's up in 4th, and he can do it.
Binder could spoil some playoff implications here.
Yeah, I'd imagine Gifford and Dyer feel pretty good, but if Binder gets up there and spoils the party, who knows what'll happen. But the iRacing.com safety vehicle in the safety pit lane. We're back to racing once again from Martinsville. Oh, truck nearly into the inside wall. That's Bill Dolph. We keep it green. He keeps it straight into turn 1, though. Looks like everybody will make it through.
Yeah, and with everybody making it through, looks like Shorba will lead down to the line here. Shorba will get a lap led here. Jacob Shorba really going out there and showing his drivers asked the league owner, who's boss?
I like that. I like that one a lot. John Bender here. Oh no, I heard some tires screeching and we got cars around on the back straightaway. That'll be the 23 of Newsom, the 22 of Alan Dobbs. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Is this some more temper? This is another incident that Greg Newsom unfortunately is a part of here. We're gonna try to get the cause of it here. And here it is. Here's the it goes on here on the back straightaway. Dobbs just following Newsom. Runs him over. At that, Newsom's been ran over a lot today. I don't know if this is really the driver running him over's fault. At that, this is several times tonight that Greg Newsom has been ran over going into a corner.
Oh man, yeah, it looks like he just tapped him and then just got him again.
It's tough, of course. I mean, you know, everybody's running their own race, and Dobbs, I mean, there's a reason why he's back there, you know, because the incidents he got involved with. But I mean, it goes both ways. You know, Newsom, he's got to realize, you know, who he's racing. Dobbs has got to, you know, realize, you know, that's a car up there that's struggling today, and you can't race him as hard into the corner. That's going to happen. It's a two-way street in that regard, but again, Newsom ran over for umpteenth time today.
Yeah, it's been a story of the day for Greg Newsom. He's been a part of the headlines a lot here tonight on the newspaper of the MSRA Truck Series. So, it's been a lot to unpack, Emerson.
Guys, I want you to bring out your calculators here and take 162 and divide it in two. We have ran half the race under caution. This is tough. And actually, the way the math's going to work out here, we've ran now over half the race under caution. 17 cautions, 82 laps, and unfortunately, there's still more to come. Shorba gets to be up here, gets to continue to make runs at the restarts. But you know what the intriguing talk here is, they're going to continue to put heat cycles on these tires, and these trucks are going to handle worse and worse as the race goes on. You want to know something? Jacob Shorba has 0x today, 75% of the way through the race.
That is fantastic. At Martinsville to have 0x's. Now, granted, we could be jinxing this now, and he's probably at some point going to go get an X. Maybe. Well, there's not. Well, yeah, actually, there's grass right there in turn one, so he could go on the grass and off track. Something could happen, but
I think
really
I'll stop jinxing the man here.
really impressive though from Jacob Sharman tonight.
Absolutely, and I guess I gotta start thinking here in round 2 of interviews. We've kind of exhausted our driver lineup of interviews tonight, but here we go. Jacob Shorba, the race leader on the inside lane. He's got Noble to his outside. We're back to racing once again from the paperclip. Side by side for the race lead is Chris Noble around the outside, taking to the race lead, trying to clear Shorba, and he will out of turn 2 caution on the Speedway. Alan Dobbs again.
Oh boy.
This might be some payback here, because I see the driver, he's around. I don't believe that's actually the case here. I think Dobbs... Dobbs is stressed trying to get through this field. I get this, but what's going on here? Oh man, major net code. Oh my goodness.
That was big.
That is some big net code. Zedla Collins was loose on the high side there. I guess he might have been still on track to hit the 82 of John Gifford there, but I mean, Gifford just got sideswiped out of nowhere, and You know, on our screen, he got sideswiped by nothing.
Yeah, and
Oh my goodness,
oh
that is
my-
that is
Same.
rough netcode. My oh my. I want to see the onboard from John Gifford and see how he reacted to the phantom hit. There it is, 49 of Zen LeCons was outside, and wow.
What a save! But
Oh,
John different neck. Oh,
how about that
that's
save?
well, he didn't save it. I mean, it's damage, but he already had damage anyway, so it was a good save until the wall. But and then he just got into Alex Hobbs, and a more netcode happened. Just netcode on netcode action right there.
My goodness. I mean, that just kind of adds to the frustrations of this race. And I mean, if you're a driver in this race, Jacob, I know you've been in races that ran like this, and myself included. It gets hard to focus up for, you know, the 21st restart of the race. So how do you manage that? How do you keep yourself focused at this point? And your truck's probably not handling the way you'd like it to be, and your truck's probably battered on every which way, and you're still trying to have to, you know, compete out here because there's still 30 laps to go.
Drink an energy drink. Get myself ready for what's about to come, and just keep on grooving. Because at this point, I'm frustrated. Just with everything that's going on, drivers around me, whoever's around me, I'm frustrated. So I just drink an energy drink, maybe turn on a tune or two under caution, let my mind ease back up, and then go back to doing what I know best.
You know, I think that's something that us sim racers can take for granted sometimes. Is you know, it's easier for us that we can just, you know, flip a switch. We have multiple monitors. You know, just click over, put some music on under these cautions. I completely, you know, forgot about that. You obviously can't do that in real life. It's not as easy to do that in real life. There's no second monitors in real life. But
I don't.
But that, yeah, I guess that'd be one way. I like the music thing. I think as a driver, I might use that if I ever find myself in one of these situations where it gets hard to focus back up. But here we go. This is Chris Noble, now the race leader. He took it from Jacob Shorba on the last restart. We're back to racing from the paperclip. Does Shorba get it back? And around goes Bill Dolph, hard into the inside wall. He'll keep it straight, though. We should stay green. You know what I've completely forgot to do today? I forgot to give a shout out to our compadres on the other side of PitStop TV tonight. We're doing 2 broadcasts at the same time. It is a big boy crew tonight. We have the likes of Andrew Cardinale the fourth. Wow. João Paulo Costa, Trey Shuttlesworth working virtually across the pond in virtual Belgium at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps with the North American Racing League in their 3rd race of the season, in their 2nd season over there. Should be a great 50-minute race in the GT3 sports cars. There we have a caution on the Speedway. This one is Suddenly Collins and Robert Anderson going around.
Well, you know, they do say cautions breed cautions, but I don't know if you can say that for this race.
No. Absolutely, you can say for this race because it's been breeding, and it continues to. This is tight 3-wide racing against the same 3 drivers who just all had contact. And oh no, Greg Newsom. Now he'll get to the back. Oh no, Zenla, what are you doing? You can't be keeping it on the throttle in the middle of the field. No.
Oh boy.
I mean, I know Anderson still had time to, you know, try to avoid that, but you can't be just keeping it pinned whilst in the middle of the field. Right on board here is Emma Collins. He's tight 3 wide here with Gifford and Dobbs. They were tight 3 wide. And gets ran over by Newsom. And I know he's trying to get back going, but he just drives straight into the 47. That's so unfortunate for Robert Anderson.
Yeah. Robert Anderson got the short end of the stick there.
I get it. You know, it's going to be hard to avoid him anyway. He is spun in the middle of the track. But Anderson, you know, he sees that spin. He's going to go to the... I guess he couldn't really go to the top side because there's a truck in front of him. And I mean, Anderson didn't really have anywhere else to go. But still, from the cockpit angle that we just took, or the in-car angle we just took, I mean, it still looks like Zenla just kind of drove into Robert Anderson as he was passing by. That... Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, again, 3 wide racing is hard to do at Martinsville. We saw it back in 2012.
2012 with Ryan Newman, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson.
I was right. I didn't know the year. I was right. Those 3 making it 3 wide didn't work, and you know, time and time again, 3 wide does not work here at the Paperclip.
Yeah, but you know what does work? Tucson Sound Art, your picture, your music. Use promo code PitStop TV at checkout for 10% off of your wall-mounted sound art device today. You know what also works? Permanent makeup and cryo in Maine. You deserve the best care that money can buy. You can check them out at permanentmakeupinmaine.com. You know what else works? Our broadcast cameras here at PitStop TV, provided by, of course, Whiplash Media. You know, the official graphic and camera provider. All our graphics work pretty well too. Our graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV, Whiplash Media. You can check us out at www.pitstoptv.com. And BAM Racing Videos, man, they work hard to produce some amazing short track racing content. Check them out on Facebook, BAM Racing Videos, by a race fan for the racing community. And then, well, those are 4 things that do work. But unfortunately, yeah, 3 wide at Martinsville does not really work.
Dude, that was great. That was the best thing I've ever heard in my broadcasting career.
I had to make something out of it. I'm like, that's a fastball coming right to me. Let me knock it out of the park right here.
Oh, you hit it definitely out of the park. I'm gonna go ahead and send it back to you for the restart.
The iRacing.com safety vehicle's back in the pit lane. Can't believe it still has fuel as we're back to racing here at Martinsville. How about it? John Binder is back to second. He sends Noble around, and Shorba gets into him. Oh, but shooting through the middle is Sean Gifford. Big accident on the front straightaway.
Well, there goes Jacob Shorba 0X.
Oh my goodness, and they're still wrecking, colliding. It is Dobbs for the... I mean, that's probably like his 6th caution in a row he's involved in. Sestini's down there. That was a big accident.
Oh, boy. Well, there goes Jacob Shorba 0X.
Oh no!
Another caution. I think that's Jacob Shorba just hitting his night here.
I mean, this is just a big wreck at the front of the field. Gifford shoots through. Not many more do. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was a big one.
You know, that was.
I was just saying, you know, Binder got himself up to second. He still has a chance to get himself into the championship 4. He makes contact there with Noble. Just nowhere for anyone to go.
Yeah, being this short of a track and having something like that definitely didn't help.
And I mean, let's be real. I think Binder, you know, just kind of ran him over through the exit of the corner. But I mean, this is what desperation does. You know, he needs to win this race, and just he carried it through the center of the corner a little bit better than Noble did, and now he's looking at the field coming at him.
Oh, brother. What a race this came to be here tonight at Martinsville. I mean, just look at how many cautions we've had. It's still been a pretty decent race, other than the caution that we have had. As you see there, yeah, it just looks like John Binder just tries to send Chris Noble, and it doesn't work.
I don't know if he tried to send Noble, but he got to the corner better than Noble and ran him over on the exit, yeah. Noble actually grabbed the gear and got back on. I think Noble might still end up being the leader here.
Yeah, Noble is still the leader, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Chris Noble still the race leader, and man, the running order has gotten a big shakeup once again. There's not a clean truck in sight. Every truck in this field, I think, has damage.
Yeah, I think Jacob Schäuble is the only one who didn't have damage. Well, now he has damage, so I think you're right with that statement.
Well, it took until lap 180. What were we on? Like 183 before we got every truck in the field with some sort of damage tonight. And here we're about to go green here with 14 laps to go in the MK Designs Dollar Redo Dash 200 at Martinsville. Again, the $20 cash prize is going to the race winner of tonight's race, whoever that may be, whatever that may be. For 14 more laps of racing, we're racing once again from Martinsville. Trying to get his third win in a row is the 53 Chris Noble. John Gifford fighting against Alan Dobbs for the second position. They continue to duke it out. It is Newsom, Sestini, and now Binder, who still needs to get up here. Binder just got to make something happen. He's going to power by Sestini. He's up to fifth. He needs 4 more spots in 12 laps if he's going to go compete for a championship. And he's going to go around.
And that's going to bring out another caution. John Binder trying to hard.
Once again, it's going to be desperation. John Binder, couple cautions back to back here, and I mean, we saw it all live, but we're going to grab one replay at it. And here it is. This is on board, trying to get to the inside of Newsom. Just throttles up a little too low. He was a little too low out of the corner there. And there's no grip under the racing groove.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he got around there and tried too hard. He needs to get those positions, and he just got loose, and now he's way back.
We'll take another look at it, but pretty self-explanatory what did happen there going into one. He nearly ran over Newsom. And I think he was a little off sequence in that corner than usual. Because of the slower approach, you have to take 2. And oh my goodness, back's right up there. Oh my goodness! Who was powering through there? Was that Zendla Collins there?
Yes, that was Zendla Collins. Zendla Collins was looking for the lucky dog. I don't know if he's going to get it.
I mean, there's races all throughout the field. And I think it was Robert Anderson who did get that lucky dog. And we're now under 10 laps to go. We're now 8 laps to go. Well, 9 laps to go in this race. We are on our 21st caution. Well over half the race ran under caution now. And 10 lead changes at that. Chris Noble up here now, trying to sweep the round. And, I mean, what a round it's been. Let's talk about Chris Noble and what he did at Las Vegas. There's several big wrecks at Las Vegas, and he was able to survive through all of them. He had to fend off the likes of, who was up there, Waldrop and Dyer, and he was able to get the job done at Las Vegas. We go to Talladega, and a couple more big wrecks throughout that race, and he had straight to the line, had to fend off Alan Dobbs at Talladega, and he got the job done there. And well, here he is at Martinsville now with 7 laps to go. This time by the start finish line, I think we're going to restart with about 6 laps to go. He's going to have to fend off a whole field of hungry drivers with the likes of Gifford and Dobbs and Newsom, Sestini, Hassler. And Anybody else who wants to give their fair shot at $20 dues up for grabs in tonight's MK Design $2 dash 200 at Martinsville.
Yeah, and $20 is a lot of not $20 is enough to get you through a lot here with this race. These guys are trying all they can to get those $20, and hopefully one of those drivers will be able to get it. Well, someone will get it at some point eventually.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But here we go. We're doubled up once again, and well, this is about the amount of drivers and about the state of the field I expected at this point of the race. I just didn't expect it to come at the rate it did. But the iRacing.com safety vehicles into the pit lane for the 22nd time today. We're racing once again from Martinsville, and we're wrecking in the back. Cautions out on the Speedway. Corey Hassler and Matt Knight.
Yeah, it looks like Corey Hassler just got it again, and I don't know what to say anymore. He's had struggles throughout the night, and he cleaned it up a little bit, and then the struggles continued later on.
Yeah, he had a stretch about 50, 60 laps there. He was doing good, and he was up here and he was contending, and he just got ran over by Bill Dolph again.
So it wasn't his fault.
It wasn't, but still the star of the show here. He got ran over by Bill Dolph. That's the second time I think he's been ran over by Bill Dolph today.
Yeah, and Bill Dolph has been doing a lot of things on the restart. We saw him twice go in, almost hit the wall on the restart. Bill Dolph struggled.
You're right.
Bill Dolph is,
He has definitely struggled on these restarts, but he still finds himself 8th, and it's go time. It's time to get going, and he went before the leader went. There's just no excuse for that. He went before the leader even thought about going.
Yeah, he did, and fortunately now that's the price to pay. Now we're under caution again, with about will we go under green white checkered here? I'm not too sure.
I think this is gonna depend on race control here and how quickly you want to show up the caution if they want to shorten it. As we're here with 4 laps to go. We gotta take the 1 to green this time by the start finish line to not go into overtime territory. And I'm gonna have to brush up here on the overtime rules here at the Midwest Sim Racing Association Truck Series presented by VFW. As I'll give it to these boys. We haven't had green white checkers in a long time here. Obviously I know how the process of a green white checkered works, but more or less, how many green white checkers do we get? That'll be intriguing to let's see what happens here.
Yeah, we will definitely see, as there are 2 laps to go. I believe the pace truck will be.
So we will go into overtime here.
Yep. Okay.
Now it's how many overtime attempts do we get? Chris Noble on the front row, and he'll have John Gifford to his outside. And Gifford, one of those drivers, he just needed a decent run to make it into the championship for tonight. And it's been a hectic one at that, but if he can stay up here, he should be just fine and dandy when it comes to making the championship 4. And we will go 1 lap over. Alan Dobbs, of course, trying to get a win before heading into Phoenix to help his sake out and to maybe take some momentum away from Chris Noble. Greg Newsom up here in 4th. Michael Sestini, Corey Hassler, John Binder. He's got to make up 6 spots in 2 laps. This will be intriguing at that, but we will continue on and we will see how this goes as we're now into overtime for VMK Designs. $2 200 at Martinsville. The field in the hands of Chris Noble. 2 laps to go. We're racing in overtime in Martinsville, and we're off into turn 1 into the back of John Gifford is Alan Dobbs. Alan Dobbs looking for 2nd. They continue to duke it out down the back straightaway. Now to the inside. Looks Gifford and a contact, and Chris Noble hard into the outside wall. back
That's
into the
gonna
field.
bring out a caution. There's 2 more green-white checkers, and I think we knew that was coming.
Oh my goodness! And Chris Noble's truck is destroyed.
John Gifford put all of his nose into the bumper of Chris Noble.
Oh my goodness. That was huge. And we'll just get to look at it all here. From on board the 82 of John Gifford, which here in the 1, he kind of gets moved up the track there by a 22 of Alan Dobbs. And then here off of 2, gets clear Dobbs. He sends it to the inside. Noble blocks, and that's the end of that story.
Nope. Chris Noble is no longer.
Oh, goodness. And I mean, you hate to see that, but...
Yep. By the way, I just wanted to point out, we do have 3 green-white checkers, so this will be the second attempt of 3.
All right, well, there is that. And we get the overhead shot here in Noble. Again, trying to sweep the round, and you can... Oh, my gosh, that's a big hit. Oh, my goodness. That's a hit. And it says Teeny and Hassler get into it off of 4 as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be. These guys are fighting for everything they have here.
Now brace yourself, folks. This is a big hit. Oh
man.
Oh man. I mean, I know we're on Sims, but I mean, you still. I mean, I know it's all virtual, but you still can't help but wince at hits like that. That is heavy contact, heavy duty impact there to the outside wall.
Yeah, and John Gifford, trying to win to get himself into the Final 4, and we know Chris Noble's not too happy about that one.
That'll be intriguing how that goes over, because if Gifford can stay up here, he should be just fine, even if he doesn't win the race. If he stays up here, I think if he just stays on the lead lap, honestly, he should be okay to make it into the championship 4. John Gifford will. So that'll be intriguing how that carries over into that championship race. And I mean, look at the state of these trucks up here. By the way, John Binder is in 3rd. He is going to be right behind race leader John Gifford. John Binder needs to win to make it to the championship 4. We're not done yet. The championship 4 is not set yet because we're doubled up and getting ready to go for our 2nd attempt at overtime tonight. And the iRacing.com safety vehicle will put itself into the pit lane for the 24th time tonight. John Gifford has the field in his hands, and we are back to racing from Martinsville, and a not-so-good start from Alan Dobbs. Binder gets up to 2nd. Binder needs to clear Dobbs and set his sights on Gifford, and it's going to be the John and John battle to see who makes it to Phoenix. The chance to win the title to the inside. John Binder's going to go side by side with John Gifford. He's going to take the lead, coming to the white flag, presented by Tucson Sound Art. John Binder needs to finish this lap.
Yeah, the thing is, those 2 were teammates, so I wonder if they strategized something to get John Binder the win. But John Binder coming through 3 and 4 looks like he hasn't done.
Around goes John Gifford.
Wow.
John Binder's gonna punch his ticket to Phoenix and has a chance at a championship. Alan Dobbs will come home in 2nd with Matt Dyer in 3rd. John Gifford, we're gonna have to see where he points his way in. He's gonna cross the line in 9th. Is that good enough to make the championship 4 for John Gifford? Because remember, Gifford was racing Dyer. Is Gifford not going to make it to the championship 4 as a result?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot to unpack there, and Binder gets to celebrate, burn it down here with his win.
A well-deserved win for John Binder. He did what he had to do. He was in a must-win situation to make it to the championship 4, and he took it on the last restart. But unfortunately, it might have cost his teammate.
Yeah, it could have cost his teammate there, but we will have to find out after this race is over with those points.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what it's going to take. We're going to wait for the official word. We won't announce anything official on Veer. What is for sure is Chris Noble is going to Phoenix with a chance to win the championship, and surely John Binder should be making his way, if it is winning you're in, which I believe it is, should be racing for a championship next Thursday night at Phoenix. We will wait for confirmation. I'd imagine Alan Dobbs is pretty much a lock-in as well, but we will wait for confirmation on who the final 2 spots are on the far side of this break. Don't you go anywhere. We will have post-race interviews. And again, who will be competing for a championship next Thursday night at the new Phoenix Raceway. Don't you go anywhere. Post-race interviews, post-race coverage, and more on the far side.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Martinsville Speedway in virtual Ridgeway, Virginia, Martinsville, Virginia, all that good stuff. We saw a incredible finale to a wild race, and somehow, some way, the driver that was essentially in a must-win situation froze his Hail Mary with 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter and gets the win on the final restart of the race. John Binder, my goodness, how did you do that?
I don't know. The last third of that race, I think I was going around in circles more than I was going forwards. But the truck wasn't hurt bad enough, so I'm like, until the truck's destroyed or the checker's out, I ain't giving up. And lo and behold, somehow wound up back through cautions, back up to the front, and yeah, I got a checker flag. This is yeah, is it real?
I think I'm in just as much disbelief as you are, just from the absolute wild nature of it. Let's flash back to 2 restarts ago. You're lining up 7th, and you see the leader go careening off into the outside wall as you're working your way through the field. what's going through your mind? How'd you work your way through all that traffic and still avoid an out of control 53 truck?
Oh, that's pretty easy when you're turning left and it happens quick. You don't see it, and the next thing you know, it's behind you.
Fair enough. You then line up on the final restart of the race behind Alan Dobbs, behind Matt Dyer on severely older tires. You said it yourself. You've been through the spin cycle, that final third of the race, and you had quick math here, I think 25 lap older tires than Alan Dobbs, and 40 lap older tires than 45 lap older tires than Matt Dyer. How did you negotiate your way through both of them in 2 laps?
Well, most of that race was under caution, unfortunately, so a lot of the green flag laps on those tires didn't hurt it too much, and so I still probably had plenty of rubber just like the rest of the guys, and just I drove it in and used the brakes and made sure and hope the hell those brakes didn't, fail and send me into a truck or take out more trucks that I took out earlier in the race by, a misjudgment on my behalf, and apologize to those guys, but it's short track racing, I guess, is the theme of the night, and just hopefully it's a little better next time.
Absolutely. And speaking of next time, I think it's all but confirmed. I'd imagine it's a win you're in, because you won tonight, and you should be very much competing for a championship next Thursday night. You'll be going against the likes of Chris Noble and Alan Dobbs, and whoever the math works out for to be that 4th driver in. How do you feel heading to a brand new Phoenix Raceway next Thursday night with a chance to go for a title?
Oh, I feel pretty good. I mean, I made it this far. I needed a win to get in. I've been improving all year from just running around collecting top 10s to starting to fight for some wins, and I think I'm starting to come on at the right point of the year, and now it's time to go get the championship, and hopefully I can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess now you've been through a war that was 207 laps at Martinsville, and I know Phoenix is a completely different animal, but is there anything you can take from tonight's race heading in the next week at Phoenix, knowing just what's on the line and what you learned over 207 laps?
I want to take the momentum and the confidence knowing that I can drive hard enough and keep the truck under me 85% of the time and not cause a wreck, and just do the same thing in Phoenix and play it easy and gotta be there at the end, and then we'll see how it plays out.
Well, at that, John, congratulations on your win tonight, winning your way in a basic must-win situation. At the very last, I still can't believe how that all went down. But congratulations on your win tonight, John, and best of luck to you next Thursday night as you compete for a championship. We'll give you the floor here to shout out.
Well, thanks for having me. I hope to see you guys next week. I want to shout out to, like I said, Great Lakes for putting all the effort in, get these setups ready, and working together and tweaking it to each other's own specific needs. And then everyone's on the truck, Stripe guy, short graphics, everybody.
Right on. Well, John, once again, congratulations. Best luck to you next Thursday night.
Thank you.
Driver of the number 33, just out of nowhere on that final restart, wins his way into Phoenix. One of the other drivers who will be competing against him in that championship race at Phoenix is driver of the number 22, Alan Dobbs, and he's standing by with Jacob Zala.
Yeah, and now that we have pulled Alan Dobbs up to the booth here, Alan, you were in a lot of wrecks early this race, and you still managed to finish 2nd place here tonight. What was in that truck?
About 4 minutes of damage. That's all I know.
Yeah, it was a great race, and again, you were in a lot of wrecks. But kudos to you here tonight, finishing 2nd. Was there anything that you could have done maybe to get to John Binder, get that win, or was it just hope and pray at that point?
No, I had engine damage from getting put in the wall there early in stage 3, so I was really struggling to keep up with people on the straightaways. I just had to get in my corners, drive them a little bit harder. Since I didn't have as much engine power, I can keep it down there a little bit better than some of the other guys going a little faster. I pretty much just let my way back up here. all the people wrecking, and then there was that big one with the leaders twice. So it definitely wasn't. It wasn't my speed that got me up there. That's how it went.
All right, Alan. Well, I'm gonna give you the floor to shout out whoever you shout out. Thank whoever you want to thank for your second place finish here at Martinsville Speedway.
And just thanks to American Rejets Motorsports, Thin Line Racing, all the admins and drivers at the MSRA, you guys for broadcasting, Jeff Mathis, our engineer, and MK Designs. I think that covers it all. FSM Custom.
All right, Alan. Well, best of luck to you as you compete for a championship next Thursday night at the Phoenix Raceway. Hopefully, you'll be the one getting the championship, or maybe someone else will. But
I'll probably be the one getting wrecked. I feel like most people have as long as Dobbs don't win it, we're fine. So we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, buddy. And now we're standing by as Emerson Arden brings Matt Dyer into the booth with him, and I'll go ahead and give it away.
Well, we're bringing in the driver who crossed the line third at the checkers, and through all the chaos that was, the math has worked itself out in Matt Dyer. Even though you didn't get stage points in stage 2 and Gifford was high up there, Matt, you make it in by 2 points over John Gifford, the driver you were tied with coming into tonight's race. And both of you were looking like you were easily going to make it with Chuck Waldrop not showing up, as long as there wasn't a new winner tonight. And that happened. What was going through your mind when you see John Binder take the lead and you're behind Gifford in those waning laps?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be close. But I mean, like, knowing that, Bender and Gifford were teammates, I knew that, once they were close, they were going to try to, like, let Bender get to the front and win. But, I knew it was going to be close. It just makes that, that stage 1 win and leading all the laps I did really count.
Absolutely. I think every lap, every point counts, because it came down to 2 between yourself and stiff competition with John Gifford. That's not an easy battle to break down the way y'all been excuse me, this season. But let's go through the race. And of course, you had a very dominant truck there in stage 1. Then you lost the lead to Dobbs, and you kind of fell back behind Shorba. What's that like once you were out front for so long to fall back in the traffic?
Yeah, I think part of it was too, because I would change my brake bias, throughout the run. So after the first stage, I forgot to switch it back, and that's why I slid up the track at first. That let Dobb by, and then later on, with my self spin, I did pretty much the same exact thing, and I knew it was gonna be tough to come back from that, but so far. I mean, like, ever since I took a break, midway through the season, I came back and I just been finishing up front the whole time. So, I'm super pleased with this and super excited about Phoenix next week.
Well, you're excited about Phoenix. Certainly we are as well. Let's talk about it. Phoenix next week. You will be one of the 4 drivers that has a chance at the championship. It's first to the finish line at the completion of that race distance. How do you feel about Phoenix? How do you feel about your chances?
I feel pretty good. I think just looking back at the whole season itself and just seeing that type of track, where most tracks where like we've really had to use their brakes well. I've been up towards the front. Think of Nashville. In this track too. I was always up near the front. So I'm definitely gonna. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do any more work than I have been doing, but I feel pretty good about our chances.
I think you should. One more from tonight. Is there anything you take from tonight, now that you've been through the war that was 207 laps at the paperclip, to next week? Even though it's a short track, it's a whole different animal, and it's a new layout at that. Same configuration, but new layout. What can you take from tonight heading into next week?
I would say just definitely being more mindful of just learning from today, just making a mistake on not readjusting my my brake bias, but just trying to stay clean. just not trying to overstep myself and just stay within my bounds.
Absolutely. Well, Matt Dyer, by virtue of a wild turn of events on that final lap, you are in to the championship 4 by 2 points. We'll give you the floor here to shout out. If we get a shout out, thank you for getting yourself to that point.
Yeah, just thanks to everyone at CEM Motorsports, Thin Line Racing, to you guys broadcasting, like the last while, or at least like most of the season. To Rhino Construction, BRN. I'm not really sure who else to thank. I guess the title sponsors. But yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm almost speechless right now, just like how close it was.
Absolutely, it was a wild one at that. But Matt, not only that, you'll take the momentum of a third place finish at Martinsville with you to next Thursday night, where you will grid up amongst the rest of your peers and go at it for a championship. Matt Dyer, congratulations. Best of luck to you next Thursday night at Phoenix.
All right, thank you.
And that was striver of the number 2, Matt Dyer. He squeaks his way in, and you think back to that last lap, Jacob, where calamity happened. John Gifford went round in the middle of the field, and he's out by 2 points.
Yeah, that spin by John Gifford didn't help whatsoever. It knocked him out. I mean, if he would have kept it where he was in, and Matt Dyer was out. But Matt Dyer, scaling by the scale of his teeth, just smiling, grinning. He's got it done. He has to do it. He has to do this one more time and beat the other 2 guys out there, Bender and Alan Dobbs, excuse me, out there next week at Phoenix to win the championship.
And Chris Noble as well, one of those championship 4 drivers, and that'll be quite the battle next Thursday night at the updated Phoenix Raceway, with the start-finish line now where it's supposed to be, heading just before that dog leg on the other side of the track instead of the flat front, or the straight front straightaway that used to be the front straightaway. I'm getting all confused. The restarts will be absolutely wild with the new placement of the start-finish line, and John Binder, Alan Dobbs, Matt Dyer, and Chris Noble will grid up next Thursday night and contend for a championship at that track. Before that, we still have to finish housekeeping here at the end. John Binder with the race win tonight. A wild turn of events here at the end. Restarts third on 45 lap older tires than Matt Dyer. He passes Alan Dobbs and Matt Dyer on the white flag. He heads into turn 3. His teammate right behind. His teammate goes spinning up the track behind him. John Binder will win his way into the next round, and John Gifford will spin out of it. Alan Dobbs comes home second. Matt Dyer third. Greg Newsom will come home fourth. Michael Sestini fifth. Bill Dolph sixth. Zendla Collins in seventh. Matt Knight in eighth. And John Gifford backwards across the line. And the heartbreak of a 9th place finish will knock him out of the championship 4. And Robert Anderson will close out the top 10.
In 11th, you had Corey Hassler. In 12th, Chris Noble. In 13th, Richard Clement. In 14th, Jacob Shorba. In 15th, Rick Webb. 16th, Sean Giroux. 17th, Justin Carey. And that is it, because the 9 of Ryan Struck did not race. He accidentally joined as driver.
Right, so 17 drivers took to the grid tonight, and a race that had, 23 cautions or 112 laps. But I think more importantly, 12 lead changes. And the all-important lead change there at the end that happened for John Binder. We got to give a shout out, of course, to all of our partners here at PitStop TV, like Tucson Sound Art. Your picture, your music. You provide the image that you want, and we will custom create a beautifully framed, high-quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker. With Sound Art, you get the best of both worlds. Visit TucsonSoundArt.com and use promo code PitStop TV at checkout for 10% off of your wall-mounted Sound Art device today. We got to give a shout out to, of course, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine. You deserve the best care that money can buy. You can check them out at permanentmakeupinmaine.com. Whiplash Media, the official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV. You can get these gorgeous, gorgeous cameras done by Andrew Cardinale IV at www.pitstoptv.com/Whiplash. And of course, BAM Racing Videos by a race fan for the racing community. Check them out at Facebook. BAM Racing Videos, all that high quality short track racing content up for grabs there. But Jacob, we're not done with Martinsville just yet. Tomorrow night, the Midwest Sim Racing Association National Series will take to the same paperclip and do an all-out war tomorrow night. 225 laps, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. You won't want to miss it. Wednesday night, the Outlaws Sim Series has their second race of the playoffs. It is a cutoff race in the Outlaws Sim Series. A lot of drivers had rough races at Kansas, and some title heavyweights might be in trouble. You have to tune in Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time to see how it all unfolds in the cutoff race in the Bluegrass State at Kentucky. And next Thursday night, it'll be the championship finale, the season finale for the Midwest Sim Racing Association Truck Series presented by VFW. Again, Chris Noble, John Binder, Alan Dobbs, and Matt Dyer will load up next Thursday night and compete for a championship at the Phoenix Raceway, which was updated today by iRacing to reflect the current layout. It'll be insane. Next Thursday night, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. I want to give a shout out to the, again, mega broadcast crew we had tonight at PitStop TV. Andrew Cardinale IV, João Paulo Costa, and Trey Shuttlesworth rocking across the pond in Belgium, in virtual Belgium, with Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for the North American Racing in their third race of their second season tonight. Broadcasting, starting an hour later, but broadcasting at the same time as us here in virtual Martinsville, Virginia. Myself, Jacob Zala, Zach Lindgren, who rocked the social media coverage tonight. You go ahead and check out his social media posts at our socials. Of course, those being our Facebook at www.facebook.com/PitStopTV, our Instagram at pit_stop_TV, our Twitter at PitStopTV_. Our YouTube tonight is where we were live, youtube.com/C/PitStopTV1. And of course, Twitch, I believe, is where the North American Racing League was tonight. I will double check on that. And yeah, I believe so. The North American Racing League, that spot is on our Twitch channel tonight, twitch.tv/PitStopTV. By that, Jacob, final thoughts leaving Martinsville and heading into the season finale at Phoenix next week.
It's going to be tight battling at Phoenix, and we're going to see a lot of fun, and it's going to be a great race, especially with the new track, the beautiful. I'll say, I just, earlier before this race, I hopped into the sim, and I did a couple laps at the new Phoenix Raceway, and it is beautiful. Very clean, very awesome. It is going to be fun.
Absolutely, and I couldn't agree more. I believe it will be a blast. I haven't even had the chance to see it yet, and I just know it looks beautiful in real life. I know the amazing detailers at iRacing will do a phenomenal job at it to make it look all pretty and all that jazz. But once again, that's going to do it from the Midwest Sim Racing Association's Truck Series presented by VFW in their penultimate race here at the virtual Martinsville Speedway. We're happy to have had you all here for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. And for all at PitStop TV, once again, Jacob Zola alongside me on the mic this evening, Zach Lindgren rocking the social media coverage as always, and I'm Emerson Arden. Y'all have a great night. It's starting to get cold. It's very windy around here, so y'all stay safe. We'll see y'all next Thursday night for the season finale of the Midwest Sim Racing Association Truck Series presented by VFW at the newly renovated 2i Racing Phoenix Raceway. Or tomorrow night for the Midwest Sim Racing Association National Series. Back here, same track, the paperclip, Martinsville Speedway, 225 laps. You won't want to miss it either. Until then, we'll see you next time